So I did kind of a crazy thing last week. I got a unexpected email from Teachable, who I sell courses through, and they invited me to an invitation-only Creator Plus Press event in New York City. And I have never been, previous to last week, to New York City. So I said, yes, count me in, cashed in some airline miles, and went to the event. And at the event, they unveiled their 2023 Creator Report, which I'm going to share some of the incredible insights from. If you are a course creator, coach, consultant, doing this online business thing, this creator economy thing, you are absolutely going to want to stick around to the end. I'm saving the best for last. Thank you so much for being here. My name is Kaye Putnam. I'm the psychology-driven brand strategist, and I have been selling online courses since 2000, and I think it was 15, maybe 16 was my first full year of selling online courses. So I've been doing this for a while, and I've been with Teachable for the entire time. So it was so fun to finally meet some of the team in person, got to meet the CEO. It was incredible. They had 3 creators that they featured at this press event. One of them is Joe Franco, who's the creator and founder of Joe Club, which is all about personal development and journaling. They also had Mrs. Dow Jones, who teaches about finance and investing. And then Jay Klaus, who is the founder and CEO, creator of Creator Science. Amazing panel. They had a lot of insights to share, and a lot of them are actually included right here in this report. The report itself is really interesting because it dives into how consumers of the creator economy are consuming and how they are choosing which people, which brands to follow in this space and how they are engaging with them. So instead of just talking to the creators themselves who are selling the courses, doing all of the things, they're talking to our customers, and the insights are incredible. On a personal note, I got this incredible scarf from Lost Pattern in New York City for the event, but it didn't come until after. So now I'm wearing it in this video. It has a incredible artist print of the Himalayas, which is like the perfect little marriage of the event that I went to, because the brand is based in New York City and mountains have a special place in my heart. So wearing it here for you. The first really interesting insight is that people who consume content online, they meaningfully engage, meaning that they're subscribed to their newsletter, they're perhaps buying some of their products, are actively commenting, engaging on their content. They have those meaningful relationships with typically 1 to 5 creators, which means that if you want to rise to the top of an individual's awareness, you really do have to stand out, and you have to make sure that you are connecting with them on a deep level, because those people probably aren't paying attention on a meaningful level to tens or hundreds of creators. They have a small selection of their favorites that they pay attention to. Now, one exception to this is Gen Z. Gen Z, they typically are following as many as like 20 creators on this meaningful level. Gen Z seems to be leading the charge and leading a lot of the emerging trends in this space. Another one of the key insights in this report is really exciting to me. Actually, 2 of them. We're going to go into those both next. One of them is that long form video content is actually gaining in popularity on short form video content. So we all know like the meteoric rise of Reels and TikToks and all of these different bite-sized video content. And those are still the number one way to reach your audience in today's marketplace and in today's ecosystem. But a close second is long form video content. And when they surveyed the consumers of content on what platforms they're consuming the most content and spending the most time, it's here on YouTube. So if you have not jumped into YouTube marketing long form video content yet, 2024 is your time to do it. And interestingly, live stream long form video content, which they put in their own category, is the 3rd most popular way of consuming content. I think this is the rise of authenticity that we're seeing. People prefer less produced, less polished content. And when somebody just shows up as themselves, as their like kind of weird, quirky selves, we can connect with them easier. We can build a relationship. They feel like a friend. And long form gives us more of a chance to share not only more value, but also more of our personality. Consistency and frequency are still key in brand building online if you are in this creator economy. The survey showed that once per week just isn't enough. The people who are consuming content prefer several times per week to check in with their favorite creators, to have fresh content to consume. If we stop building a brand, people start to forget about us. So to stay top of mind, we want to continue to push out new content. One of the best ways that I've found to do this is to start with that long form piece of content and then to dice it up into smaller pieces. We can distribute either Instagram posts or mini TikTok videos or reels from that single long form piece of content, and we don't have to do more work to post more frequently, aside from the production time of repurposing the content. But we don't have to record it more than once. We can start with that long form piece of content, and you have more than enough content to spread out over multiple times per week. Another really positive insight is that fans, followers, audience, they are buying products from their favorite creators. And the popularity of the different types may surprise you. The top one being physical merch. I think that this is probably because so many of the creators live in the kind of this entertainment space. So people are buying, t-shirts or journals or things that are those smaller purchases that are created by those creators. But after that, the next becomes memberships and community. And we know how isolating, how lonely it can be to be in the world right now. And these memberships or communities give us access to relationships that we wouldn't otherwise have access to. After that, paid podcasts, live stream access, digital downloads are all really interesting and emerging digital products that creators are selling. And then finally, my favorite insight from the report is the equal importance of both providing value and entertaining personality. We see this more than ever with the rise of AI because information is ubiquitous. We start to see really high quality information coming from many different places. It's getting easier and easier to produce. But on the other hand, nobody can replicate your personality. When you're bringing your just unique humanness to your content, people stick around. And if you want help figuring out what that unique personality is that you're going to bring to your content, I invite you to take my brand archetype quiz. I'll link it below. It is a fantastic place to start to kind of mirror back to yourself what your innate advantages are. What is true and authentic for you that you can bring to your content, that you can bring to your brand so that you stand out in the market. So thank you so much to Teachable for the invite. I loved the excuse and the opportunity to go and visit New York City for the first time. I want to say hello to all of the amazing Teachable team members, CEO, the fellow creators that I met there. It was such a fun experience, and it reminded me how much I appreciate in-person connection. So as much as this digital world is amazing, I definitely hope to attend more events like that in the future. And this upcoming year is as fantastic of an opportunity as ever to join the ranks of the creator economy. I got started, like I said, back in 2015 out of necessity because my husband was moving all around the country and the world due to his occupation. I couldn't have a traditional job. And at the same time, we were growing our family, we were traveling, we were doing all of these different things that a traditional job would not have allowed. I started selling courses. I have not looked back. It is such a fantastic way to change the world with what you know. And if you want help doing that, I would love to help you in more of my free content, in some of my paid courses where I teach you how to build a brand, how to position your brand, how to tell resonant stories, how to be more human in your business. Thank you so much for being here. I will see you in the next video.